It takes a big man to admit when you're wrong. Am I that man? I don't know. We're talking about movies. So earlier this year, I said this about the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Recommendation: I cannot recommend that you spend your money on the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
So the question remains, was I wrong? Well, yes and no. Just rewatch the Super Mario Bros. Movie on Peacock, new to streaming. Have some more thoughts about it, some positives and some negatives that I want to get into here to say, was I wrong? So let's start with the positives. It's a very fun movie, and I think I was a little too harsh and critical on it for its story and its lack of narrative. But upon rewatch, it's a very fun movie. I think one especially that kids will love this movie. I think if I had this movie when I was a child, I would love it. I would revere it to this day. I think that what it does well is it gets the voice cast very well. It's very fun. It has a lot of great animation, a lot of great scenery, a lot of great set pieces. And I think that it's something that you can watch and have a good time with, regardless of if it is a quote unquote good movie. It's a very funny film. I think that Jack Black as Bowser really stands out. Peaches is a banger. I think it should get nominated for Best Song at the Oscars. I think that was just a stroke of genius. I like the Cranky Kong guy, the grandpa monkey. I don't know if that's from the game. I've been told it is. I had never heard that character before. I thought he was a standout. Could put him in it a little more. I think that when you look at it, it's just a movie you have fun with. You don't need to go at it with a super critical eye. You sit down, you watch it. It's a casual watch. It's fun. A lot of colors. I'm not as huge into the games as a lot of people are. I recognized a lot of stuff from the games, but from people I know that played the games a lot, they're like, this has every single Easter egg you could ever see from the game in there. So I think that people that may have a bit more knowledge of the games might enjoy it a little more than I did. But I like that the way that they wove those Easter eggs in there. You can tell that the people that made it enjoy the game. They have a love and a care for it. And I think that's something to be appreciated. As a Star Wars fan, I wish that they would put some love and effort into it from Star Wars fans. But I think watching this, the Mario fans were very happy. I think where my complaints came into it, where I was a little bit more critical about it, was I didn't love some of the real world stuff. I thought, especially at the beginning, when you have them going to do a plumbing job at this lady's house and they have a dog in there, that is very like all the other Illumination films. That was very Secret Life of Pets to me. The dog, I think, looked something like directly out of Secret Life of Pets. And it just didn't really seem like a Mario movie thing to me. Especially like at the end, too, when they go into the real world, they're fighting Bowser in the real world. I think I would have enjoyed it more if just the entire thing took place in the Mushroom Kingdom and in the whole Mario world. I don't know if Mario and Luigi are actually from the real world. That's something game people could answer from me. I would enjoy it, I think, more if they just stayed in the fake world and not the real world, because then when you get mixing them, I think it's just a little silly that people don't care there's a giant turtle shooting fire in the middle of Brooklyn. I know it's a cartoon, but I think that that is one thing that pulled me out of it a little bit. And then I think it's very oh, remember this heavy. And what I mean by that is a lot of the stuff that happens in the movie is like, oh, remember this from the game. At the beginning, Luigi goes to Luigi's Haunted Mansion. That doesn't really have anything to do with the story. It's just so you could say, oh, it's like the Haunted Mansion. They drive the go-karts on the Rainbow Road, which is really cool. But that kind of is just like, look, here is this. It's like the game. Same thing when Peach is training Mario on the obstacle course. That's literally just there to just be like, look, it's like the game. So I think that if it wasn't so based on like the stuff of like these are all the different things from the game, we need to build the set pieces around them as opposed to the story going through them, I think it would have worked better. I think in the second one, now that they've gotten all this out of the way, it will probably be a stronger movie because instead of focusing on, hey, remember the obstacle course, hey, remember Donkey Kong, they'll probably have more of a story. Maybe they'll get Waluigi and Wario in there and Yoshi, who's teased at the end. I don't know a ton about Wario and Waluigi. Are they like related to them? Are they their cousins or just evil doppelgangers? Something I can learn. Maybe they'll teach it to me in the movie. But I think those are just a few of the complaints I had that would have made the film a little better. But I definitely have a more positive outlook on the film now. I think it's a lot more fun. I think it is something you could throw on streaming at home and watch and enjoy with the family. Like I said, I think it is a little bit more kids-oriented, or something like Across the Spider-Verse is probably something that adults could enjoy more. Compared it to a movie I rewatched recently, even the Lego Batman movie, I think is a little more clever, as it has a little more story to it. That's just a great movie. I would highly recommend that as well, side note. But I would recommend you check out the Super Mario Bros. Movie at home on streaming. I think you'll have a good time. So was I wrong about the Super Mario Bros. Movie? I'll never admit if I was. What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, if you thought I was wrong, if you've checked it out on Peacock. And guys, thanks for watching the video. I appreciate it if you like and subscribe, and I'll be back soon with another review. Thanks.